Yeah. Who's here cheering for the home teams of Tucson Roller Derby? Tucson. Okay, who's here cheering for Phoenix? Who's here cheering for Casa Grande? All right, we have fans for all of the teams. That's cool, huh, Joe?
It is. It's great, Brian Carey. We always like to see people come out and support their favorite roller derby teams and all the skaters here. We got about a minute to go until roller derby. And,
so we should do the thing.
Yeah, we should do the thing. Let's talk about our first bout. It's going to be the Tucson Roller Derby Vice Squad and the Arizona Roller Derby AZRD Surly Girlies.
The Surly Girlies. All right, let's run down the list. So we've got number 1057, Moxie Mayhem. Number 12, Hawaiian Blaze. Number 1334, Khaleesi. Number 151, Rambunctious. Number 218, Clever Derby Name. Number 241, Dizzy Dame. Number 5, Sunny Ono. Number 5000, Stashbot. Number 503, Freddy Cougar. Number 55, Enya Dream. Number 70, Monty Scarlo. Number 71, Rum Noxious. Number 79, Kalaka. Number 901, Violet Assault. And team captain number 24, Patty Slamaze. And the Surlies are bench coached by Larry and B with two. What is this?
Oh, that's B with two E's, the panty dropper, bench coaching with Larry.
Thank you. So you're Surly Girlies.
I have just been informed the Surly Girlies are no longer girlies. They're just Surly.
Oh, they're just Surlies. We need to change our thing.
Yeah, we're going to change the roster right now.
Okay, we're crossing it out. They're just the Surlies.
You're now just Surly.
And they're the ones who are, they look like pirates, everybody.
Surly.
They look like pirates.
Surlies isn't a noun, though. That's like an adjective. Can you be Surlies?
I think they are. Those are Surlies.
I don't know. We'll let it slide this time.
They're Surlies.
Okay. They will be facing off against your team in blue, the Tucson Roller Derby Vice Squad! The Vice Squad is number 1410, Wonderline. Number 16, Scrappy McNasty. Number 228, Mississippi Queen. Number 311, Bellatrix LaRage. Number 321, Taylor Barnes. Number 325, Stell Block Cindy. Number 434, Mona Handful. Number 5599, Ionic Storm. Number 641, Tawdry Horn. Number 717, Mystery Meat. Number 77, Judo Nomi. Number 850, Mad-Eye Maggie. And the captain of the Vice Squad, number 25, Lana Del Slay. The Vice Squad is coached by Goldie and Dark Crystal. All right. It's 6:30.
I feel like it's going to start any minute now.
I feel like it's derby time.
Yeah, oh, they're lining up for roller derby.
Yeah. Mona Handful's got the star on the helmet for the Vice Squad. Sunny Ono taking it for the initial jam for the Surlies. Still getting used to it. And they're off and skating.
And we've got Sunny Ono out as lead jammer.
Nice work getting to the outside line, taking the lead jammer status. That means Sunny Ono can call off this jam whenever they would like.
Meanwhile, Kalaka has recycled Mona to the back of the pack. And it looks like it's turning into a power jam in favor of the Surlies.
Yeah, a track cut penalty on the vice jammer, Mona Handful, will send her to the box for 30 seconds.
For those of you who are new to Derby, a power jam is when one jammer is in the penalty box and there's only one jammer out on the track.
It's like in hockey when you have a power play and you've got, you know, an extra, more skaters than the other team because of the penalty. Power play, power jam. And powerful skating by Sunny Ono, picking up more points for the Surlies.
Meanwhile, the Surlies have goaded a vice blocker in the back who's now gotten out. Daniono's getting slowed down a little bit there on the second pass. Was that the second scoring pass?
Patty Slames was playing a little bit of offense for Sunny, but now that Mona Handful's out of the box for Vice, they could not do that. Mona passed the star to Bellatrix LaRage, and that forces the call off of the jam. 2 more points for the Surlies, off to an early 10-0 lead.
Next up on the line, we've got Scrappy McNasty wearing the star for Vice Squad.
Monty Scarlo for the Surlies.
Still empty penalty box for now, knock on wood.
Surly's putting 1 blocker back by the jam line, everybody else near the pivot line.
Scrappy McNasty earning lead jammer status, finding that outside line.
Monty Scarlo completing the initial pass for the Surlies, now ready to score points. But Scrappy McNasty calls things off before that can happen, getting Vice on the board with 1 point. Got to get that first one before you can get any of the others.
That's right, 1 point at a time. So jammers score points by passing the hips of the opposing blockers. And the most points the jammer can score on a single pass is 4 points. We've got Mad Eye Maggie jamming for Vice Squad.
Yeah, they get points for passing every one of the blockers.
Not the jammer.
Right. You used to get one. We decided that was a bad idea.
I remember when that was the thing.
Like, yeah, you had to keep track of it, and then there was maps, and we don't like doing it. We do like Mad Eye Maggie taking lead jammer for the Vice Squad.
Meanwhile, we've got Moxie Mayhem taking the star off. Mad Eye Maggie picking up 4 points on that scoring pass. And Mad Eye Maggie completing a second scoring pass.
The Surlies, meanwhile, have passed their star. That star can go from the initial jammer to the pivot, the skater with the stripe on the helmet. That's Patty Slames, the captain for the Surlies, now the jammer of record.
Mad Eye Maggie continuing to rack up the points. Currently at 12 for this jam so far.
Whistle in turn 2 is the penalty to Rum Noxious.
Meanwhile, Patty Slames getting recycled to the back by Ionic Storm.
Taut defense here by the Vice Squad, keeping everybody together and in front of Patty Slames, not letting her get into turn 2.
Definitely have a pretty slow pack over there.
Big jam for Vice Squad here. 24 points so far for Mad Eye Maggie. Maybe time for another scoring pass. Vice will be down a blocker though. Bellatrix LaRage goes to the box, and Mad Eye Maggie does get in that one more scoring pass. And some hitting right to the last whistle there. 28 points. Give it up for Mad Eye Maggie.
This is going to be an exciting game, Joe.
It is. We have some Vice Squad fans
Holy
in the house.
cow.
I'm happy.
That was a big jam. Looks like we've got a little bit of a confusion. Oh, okay, we've got the Surly's jammer in the box.
No. Skaters are never confused. Always remember.
Roller derby's never confusing.
All right. So we're going to start. We're going to have a power start for the Vice Squad. Mona Handful's taking the star. The Surlies are down one. They're jammer, but Vice Squad is short 1 blocker.
So they have the same amount of skaters on the track, but it's a power start for Vice.
Right. Vice has a jammer. The Surlies don't. The
Right.
Surlies have more blockers, so they've got that pack advantage. We'll see if Mona Handful can use that.
Well, you know, I'm seeing a lot of really great roller derby out there because Mona is hitting hard, but that Surly's defense is crazy good. Mona finally making it out. Lead jammer status for Mona Handful.
And
But not without a fight.
Not without a fight for sure. And the Surlies have gone down a couple blockers. Now only 2 blockers in red out there on the track. I see Enya Dreams and Kalaka. Mona Handful gets by Kalaka at the front. 4 more points for Vice Squad. Patty Slame is released from the penalty cube.
Making this a normal jam and no longer a power jam. Sounds like we've got another penalty.
That one's to number 55, Enya Dreams. An illegal contact penalty.
Meanwhile, Mona approaching the pack, hoping to pick up more points.
And one of the most difficult things about this, I think, for the Surlies right now, Patty Slames was out there for that 2-minute jam in the last jam, took that penalty, and now is having to jam here. Another minute and a half out there as a jammer. Has to be wearing on number 24 for the Surlies.
That's a good point, Joe. That does take a lot of energy and endurance. It's a long time to be out there, especially with the level of skill that's out on the track. There's a lot of really good players out there.
Yeah, for sure. You look at that blocking pack for Vice Squad. Lana Del Slay, Mystery Meat, Bellatrix LaRage, Wonderland. All tough skaters to get by individually, and you put them in a pack. Wow.
No kidding.
So that was 14 more points for Vice Squad. That brings us to 43-10, and they'll give their start to number 16, Scrappy McNasty.
And we've got Dizzy Dame wearing the star for the Surlies.
Pack advantage to Vice, though, 4-3. Enya Dreams still the Mox in red for the Surlies.
Joe, I have to say I'm enjoying the way the uniforms look next to each other. Like aesthetically, the red with the blue, it's a nice contrast.
Yeah, the contrast, the blue and black and the red and black, very distinct.
It looks really sharp. All right, lead jammer status for the Surlies, Dizzy Dame. Meanwhile, Scrappy McNasty slipping out of the pack, getting hit to the out and recycled back by, that looks like it's Stashbot.
Stashbot 5000.
And Scrappy making it out. Meanwhile, Dizzy Dame almost hit to the out. It looks like she may have stayed in. Oh yeah, that was another 3 points. Yeah. Nice.
So 7 on that one for Dizzy Dame. Jam number 5 of the first half.
It looked a little acrobatic, you know, with the one hand down and stuff. I like it when jammers do that kind of thing. We've got Sunny Ono on the line for the Surlies. And Mad Eye Maggie for the Vice Squad.
Each team down 1 blocker, so a 3-on-3 pack. Mad Eye Maggie trying to get the outside. Knocked out of bounds by Kalaka. Sunny Ono fighting through the middle, knocked to the infield, and recycling behind Mystery Meat.
And lead jammer status going to Mad Eye Maggie.
Judo Nomi taking a penalty for Vice, so they're down to 2 blockers out there.
I feel like we've had a lot of action in and out of the penalty box, which is pretty standard for a physical game like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was a lot of talk about that recently if anybody was watching the WFTDA playoff, that some of the teams that were very physical won, AZRD notably, and I think that filters down from their travel team to these Surlies.
Absolutely. It makes for a very exciting gameplay.
And some of these skaters had great weekends, too. There's a couple of them out there that did terrific work on the travel team, and now here they are skating in Tucson against their Vice Squad.
Absolutely. All right, so it looks like we got Mississippi jamming for Vice Squad. And up there at the front of the pack, Marty Scarla going to the box for
track
a cut penalty.
Yes. Yeah, being joined by the pivot, Enya Dreams, and the lead jammer is Vice Squad's Mississippi Queen.
Power jam in favor of Vice Squad. Looks like we got a couple of Surly skaters in the box and 1 Vice skater in the box. Mississippi not even touching anybody, finding the outside and picking up 4 points on that scoring pass.
Nice offensive blocking by Vice, led by Judo Nomi, just sweeping all the Surly blockers to the inside of the track. and giving Mississippi Queen that outside line untouched. This time, not so lucky.
Got knocked to the out and recycled back by from Noxious. Mississippi getting recycled back again by some pretty tough Surlies defense.
Lottie Scarlo comes out of the penalty box, completes the initial pass, forces the call off from Vice. They pick up a couple more, up to 6 before the Surlies can get any points on that jam. 51-17 on the scoreboard. Just over 19 minutes left in the first half.
Looks like we've got an official review being called by Vice Squad. All right, so we're having official review being called. It's a good opportunity to give a shout out to our officials for this game. We've got Goldie, Chem, Boom, Gremlin, Hips, Busta, Hollywood, Jet, Nerd, and Raina.
I think that's all of our non-skating officials.
Yeah, that's what I've got here, but there's also skating officials out there.
Yeah.
But it's not on the list that's in front of my face, so.
We have Professor Harm, we got Big Wimpy Wiener, we got My Opinion, Keshi, Hate Bit, Lazy Ace, Mercedes.
Oh, you wrote it down there.
Yeah.
Dang,
we have a whole nother list that was made for us by someone terribly sweet.
That
Doing
was
a great
smart.
job. Thank you, Lola Bunny.
Shout out to all of our officials, both on skates and off.
Also, we got some skaters that are retiring, and back by the merch booth, we've got posters. And if you would like to sign them, you can find Lola Bunny right over by the announcer's table waving. And Lola Bunny is markers, and we'll let you sign the posters.
Yeah, they're like the cool silver markers that you can use to sign dark-colored posters so that you can see. So, and they're really nice pictures. We really want to honor and celebrate our skaters that are leaving us. And it's a really nice memento. So think about signing their posters, even if it's just a little heart in your name. Oh, also shout out to track maintenance who's fixing the tape. Track maintenance is important, right, Joe?
Absolutely. It's part of the safety of all the skaters out there. Thank you, Emasculator, doing a nice wave there, elbow wrist.
So they're talking about some official stuff during this official review in the middle. We might find out what they were talking about. We usually do, right?
Yeah, they're coming to a conclusion here. There's something about that jam Vice Squad doesn't like it. Sometimes those official reviews are to give a penalty to the other team. Sometimes they're to overturn a penalty to your team. Sometimes you think something went wrong with the clock. Somebody scored points or didn't score points on the scoreboard that you don't think was correct. So all of our officials have a discussion about that and make sure that they get things right.
It seems like they sorted it out because we're going to start roller derby again. Looks like we've got Mona Handful wearing the star once again for Vice.
And Moxie Mayhem for the Surlies.
And for now, there's nobody in the penalty box, but that'll probably change.
Inevitably.
Mona Handful finding the outside line and lead jammer status.
Quick update. Vice did not win that official review. Each team gets one of those per half. If they win it, they get a second one. Vice Squad did not win that review, so they lose their official review for the first half.
And that's what we know, huh?
That's all I know.
That's all we know for now.
But knowing's half the battle.
That's true. That's true. Looks like Mona picked up 4 points on that pass and decided to call it. I think that's a 4-0 jam. What is that, 18 minutes left? 18 minutes left. The score is 55-17. Vice is in the lead.
All right, 18 minutes left in the first half.
Got Scrappy McNasty jamming for Vice.
Dizzy Dame for the Surlies. It's 5-on-5 roller derby with nobody in the box. Scrappy knocked to the inside, drawn back, recycled by Kalaka. Now Scrappy trying to get to the inside. Dizzy Dame knocked to the outside of the track, recycles behind Bellatrix LaRage. Scrappy McNasty is through, completing an initial pass, but unearned pass, not lead.
So that gesture that the referee was just making is no pass, no penalty, which means Scrappy didn't get a penalty, but she was able to pass. Dizzy Dame earned lead jammer status and immediately called the jam.
Yeah, good job of being cognizant that the other jammer wasn't lead. Help from the bench, letting the skater know. Terrific teamwork, good interaction with coaching staff by Surlies.
Yeah, it can be confusing when the skater emerges first from the pack. It can be easy to assume that they're lead, but you only earn lead jammer status if you're upright and inbounds and pass all the skaters on the track. Right, upright.
So many requirements. My goodness.
Upright and inbounds is the main thing, I think.
Wow.
Is that the main thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I think that's the main thing. We've got Sunny Ono jamming for Surlies. And Mad Eye Maggie edging out just ahead, earning lead jammer status. It's always interesting when that happens. And that's a 0-0 jam.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation when you know the jammer that's lead is behind the other one. I see usually them looking at the blockers and seeing who's at the back of that pack.
That can be very important. I mean, because those are points.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're lead and you see that your blockers are at the back of that pack and they're going to be easy points for the other jammer, strategically it's good for you to call that off.
Absolutely.
If the other team's blockers are at the back of the pack, maybe you can pick up 1 or 2 points before the other team does, so you let the jam run a little bit.
Right, exactly. We have Ionic Storm wearing the star for the first time for Vice Squad. Stashbot, meanwhile, earning lead jammer status for Surlies.
Stashbot, a secret weapon for the Surlies, ducking around Judo Nomi for 4 points.
Is it secret? I feel like Stashbot's not a secret.
Well, they didn't use her for the first quarter
weapon
of the game as a jammer.
No, that's true. It's always a little slick when that happens.
Kind of hiding in the pack as a blocker. Oh, and now picking up a back block penalty.
This makes it a power jam in favor of Vice Squad. Ionic Storm in a scoring position as well, picking up 4 points on that
also
pass.
means we'll have no lead jammer.
Oh, which means the jam's going to go the full 2 minutes. Nobody can call it.
Bonus derby.
Because that's what happens. So Ionic Storm's going to have to continue working out there, fighting for those points. Another 4.
I mean, she doesn't have to. If she wanted to, like, take a seat in turn 4, she could.
Would she get a penalty, though? I
don't
think you
think
have
so.
to play. Don't you have to play?
You can just skate around and say, yeah, come get me if you want, I guess.
There's another 4 for Vice Squad, courtesy of Ionic Storm.
It doesn't seem like a great strategy unless you're right at the end of a game and you just want to run out the clock and don't pick up a penalty, but...
That's still babyish, though. Oh, in the meantime, Stashbot left the box and then went back in. But I don't know why she went back in.
She will sit in the penalty cube.
And think about it, I guess. But I don't know what happened. It was
She will
fast.
contemplate error.
Meanwhile, Ionic Storm continues to jam out there. Jam is up to 20 points for Vice, 4 on the board for Surlies for this particular jam. About 14 minutes left. Just a few seconds left on this jam. And another 4 for Ionic Storm. And just long enough for Stashbot to get out of the box.
Yeah, and I think Stashbot, when she's in the penalty box, just gets more angry. And it's like, she gets out there and it's like Hulk mode. She's going to get out there and smash.
Oh my gosh, I think she's hulking right now.
But then the jam ended and she didn't get to.
No. So maybe it's just for like next time?
Maybe.
Looks
Maybe
like
she'll save it up. She'll get to block somebody and just, you know, hit them over the glass.
Well, I think that would be a penalty. Wouldn't it?
Well, it
Isn't that a
depends.
penalty
I mean,
when
if
you
it was
hit them over the
illegal,
glass?
if you hit somebody in a legal zone and they just fly over the glass.
I guess, yeah, as long as you're hitting them legally.
Yeah.
I mean, the netting, I guess, would stop them. Right?
Well, if it's over there, yeah.
If it's over there. But I guess there are other parts where it would
Yeah.
necessarily work.
Yeah. They could
We've
go
got
into the scoreboard. Who knows?
We have a timeout in the meantime. Looks like it was called by the Surlies.
Yeah, they're down 83 to 23. I mean, 60 points. We've seen some big jams. That last one was 24 for the Vice Squad. So it's certainly a surmountable lead.
I mean, some people would say it's anybody's game.
Some people would say that.
Some people would not approve of that, though.
Some people wouldn't. You can
But there's
dance
still
if you want
time.
to.
There's still time. There's like 13. There's 13 minutes left in this half, and there's still a whole other half, right?
Yeah, and we're doing a doubleheader, and then we're going to get a whole other bout of roller derby. How cool is that?
It's amazing, Joe. It's absolutely incredible.
Stoked. I'm just so stoked
It's
about
just
the whole
another
thing.
awesome night, for Tucson Roller Derby, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Brian Carey.
We've got Monty Scarlo jamming for the Surlies and Mona Handful for Vice.
Monty Scarlo getting to the front of the pack, trying to get by Judo Nomi, unable to. Then everybody comes back to turn one. Monty Scarlo gets through, but has picked up a penalty.
Is that
a
a high
low block.
Oh, a low block.
Yeah.
That's a low block. Ah, okay. Thanks, Joe. All right. And it's a no pass, no penalty for Mona Handful. Mona Handful in a scoring position. I believe lead status would still be open, Joe. Is that right? I guess we'll find out. Mona getting slowed up there at the front by some pretty fearsome Surlies defense. Getting a little help from her friends. Picking up 4 on that.
But not lead.
So is there no lead? Is this going the full 2 minutes?
It appears there's no lead. And sometimes it's tough to tell because a jammer will get out in front of the pack and you'll hear the whistle and you're not sure if they pick up lead and get a penalty and then get a penalty, in which case you get no lead.
Right.
Or if they were going to lead, but they picked up the penalty so they're not and lead is open.
Yeah, very good point. I don't know if Monty Scarlo was lead when they got sent to the box. So
these are subtle complexities of roller derby. And if you're trying to figure out what's going on and you don't know, you're having trouble with it, find one of our friends in the orange hats out in the crowd, and they are able to explain better than me.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask because people want to talk about roller derby. And don't forget about the 50-50 raffle. So we have folks walking around with aprons that are telling you about a 50-50 raffle, and you should buy a raffle ticket. Looks like we've got Power Jam in favor of Vice Squad.
Yeah, another penalty. That one was a back block for Monty Scarlo. And the Jam comes to the natural 2-minute conclusion. 11 points on that for Vice. 94-24 now. 12 minutes left. And Scrappy McNasty will get a power start for Vice, even though Vice is down 1 blocker. Brad Carey brought up something important. Next month, we're coming up to the Arizona State Conference Championship. It's going to be in Phoenix. And, I think both of these teams are going to be playing, and this could have an effect on the seeding for that tournament.
That's absolutely right, Joe. This could very well have an impact. I don't understand seeding enough to really know, but I think it could. Looks like we've got a little jammer switcheroo happening in the box. The Scrappy McNasty visits the box, and Monty Scarlo comes out. Power Jam now in favor of the Surlies. And I'm sure they're hoping to capitalize on this scoring opportunity to narrow that margin of lead that Vice has built up over time. Just about 10.5 minutes left in this first half. And a bit of a tumble there at the front of the pack. Got Monty Scarlo picking up 2 points on that pass.
Monty Scarlo is lead. Scrappy McNasty is out of the penalty box for Vice. I know that much.
Okay, it's a normal jam right now.
Yeah, Lana Del Slay in the box for Vice.
All right, we got 4 points.
Block.
Okay, yep. Got 4 points on that scoring pass by Monty Scarlo. Monty Scarlo now calling the jam. Both jammers out of the box. Okay, that was a little confusing, but I think I got it.
Yeah, and something happened. Was there a penalty right at the end of that jam?
Looks like there was. Looks like we've got Scrappy McNasty visiting the box as the jammer, giving a power start to the Surlies.
Just what they need if they want to start this comeback. 10 minutes left in the first half. They've given the start to Dizzy Dame. They have all their blockers out there. Pack advantage for the Surlies, 4-3, and the power start. Oh, Hawaiian Blaze flying up to the front, playing some offense for Dizzy Dame. Dizzy Dame is able to take lead for the Surlies. Now Dizzy Dame on her own through the pack for 4 points. Scrappy McNasty out of the box for Vice. Dizzy Dame going to the outside, knocked down by Mystery Me.
Dizzy Dame picking up another 4 points and 1 blocker from each team visiting the box.
I couldn't see who got what. There was a failure to reform in there somewhere.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Someone needs to go to reform school.
You know, that's the thing. And that's the jam. Pretty big jam for Surlies. Looks like a 12-0 jam. Bringing the score to 40. Surlies, 96 by squad. 8 minutes left in the first half.
Still 1 blocker in the box for each team.
Sonny Ono wearing the star for Surlies. Mona Handful on the line for Vice. Sonny Ono finding the outside and lead jammer status for Surlies. Mona Handful almost making it out and getting hit to the outside. Recycled back into the pack by Kalaka. Mona Handful back at the front of the pack, getting hit back and recycled. Meanwhile, Sonny Ono at the front, getting slowed down for a minute by Mystery Meat, but making it out with 4 points.
Mona Handful's knocked to the outside in the straightaway by Kalaka. Star in hand, Mona Handful re-engages.
Sonny Ono, another 4 points on this scoring pass. Shaping up to be a big jam for the Surlies. Just what they were looking for, right?
Absolutely, what they needed. Vice wants to kind of stop the bleeding here. They've executed the star pass to Mystery Meat. And Mystery Meat takes out Sonny Ono, picks up 4 points. 4 points for each team. Surly's forced to call off that jam 12-4 in favor of the skaters from ACRD. Vice squad at an even 100 now. Surly's at 52. 6 minutes left.
Got Stashbot on the line for the Surlies versus Mad Eye Maggie for Vice.
Stashbot 5000.
Yeah, you do the robot voice really well, Joe. I like it.
The Stashbot voice. Stashbot 5000.
I think we're getting a little bit of a timeout. Oh, no, it's an official review. It's an official review? Oh, no, it's a timeout.
It's got to be a timeout.
It's a timeout.
Yeah, it's a timeout Vice squad. They used that official review and lost it, so this has to be a timeout Vice. Yeah.
Kim's like, it's a T.
And smart. We were looking at a big lead there for Vice squad for a couple minutes, and Surly's chipping away, so probably a good chance to regroup.
I knew it was going to be a spicy game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of these teams are like really hard hitters. You know, like got a lot of really like seasoned roller derby players who like know how to skate super well.
Spicy and well seasoned.
Oh yeah,
spicy like a
and
curry.
well yeah, or like like curly fries. Like when the curly fries
the
have
seasoned
a season.
Curlies.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody likes the seasoned curlies.
They could be the curly Surlies.
That's spicy.
All right, we have an empty penalty box for now.
All right,
Full
I like
complement
that.
of blockers on both sides.
5-on-5. I like that.
Little 5-on-5 derby.
Jammers are still going to be Mad Eye Maggie, it looks like, in blue for Vice, and in red, Stashbot 5000.
6 minutes left in this period. Got a lot of pushing. And Stashbot making it out with lead jammer status at just about 6 seconds flat. Mad Eye Maggie also coming out super quick from the pack. Forcing the call off. Surly's keeping Vice off the board for that jam, 0-4.
We haven't seen a lot of that. The hit it and quit it 4-0s.
Yeah, the little short and sweet, the short and
Right.
sweet boys.
That's
Just
that's.
a little
I got
jam.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, you just score some points and you call it.
Yeah.
All fast.
Oh, now we have an official review.
Okay, yeah, there we go. That's the O.
Yeah, called by the Surlies.
Well, because it has to be Surly's because Vice already did theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
Larry and B with 2 E's are going to go out there and talk to the refs, and
They're going to ask about something official. It's
They
going to
will
involve
dispute.
a penalty
Mhm.
or maybe scoring, right? Those are the main things. Penalties or
somebody
scoring.
scoring. I mean, it can be clock. It can be.
They could be checking in with each other, just like asking,
Yeah.
how their night's going. Like if they're feeling okay.
They may be going for a mid-bout name change to the Curlies.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
The Curly
The season Curlies.
the Surly Curlies. Don't forget you could vote for fan favorites. So I bet you're watching some of the skaters out there and you're like, wow, that skater is so good. You can go vote for them. It feels very special to know that somebody voted for you. So, I mean, you could bring some joy into some skater's life.
You've won some
Make
of those
them feel
awards,
special.
Mariah Carey, when you're
No,
skating, haven't you?
No,
You've won
not
some
fan
MVP
favorite.
awards. Oh,
yeah,
not fan
fan
favorite.
favorite. No.
Just skaters' favorites.
I guess. But yeah, do some voting for fan favorites. Buy the 50-50 raffle tickets because you could get cash. What else? Oh, there's concessions. You could buy snacks.
Yeah. You can get somebody. You can get a beverage.
We're also going to hear from Taco Sauce again at halftime, the band.
I'm excited. They're so good.
They're so good.
They were so.
They've got
just-
merch too, just so you all know. They've got T-shirts. You could have a T-shirt that says Taco Sauce on it.
That's what you should do. At halftime, you should get a beer. You should go over and buy some taco sauce merch and enjoy the sounds of taco sauce.
Yeah, get sauced.
We're all getting sauced.
Yeah,
taco
we're all
sauce
getting
is just
sauced.
saucing all of us.
I hope you like it spicy.
It's going in your ears.
That's right.
Taco sauce.
Rock and roll. All right. Meanwhile, the official review continues to be officially reviewed.
Oh, also, taco sauce has a Facebook. You can go to
yeah.
facebook.com/taco sauce band.
Taco Sauce Band.
Because if you just put in taco sauce, you probably get like a group for appreciation of taco sauces.
Yeah, that's like, because who
Not
doesn't
that
like...
you shouldn't do that too, but,
But
check
really,
out the band.
This is about the band.
Yeah.
We've got Scrappy McNasty jamming for Vice Squad and Dizzy Dame. Meanwhile, earning lead jammer status for the Surlies.
Looks like the Surlies did not retain the official review. That means that both teams have lost their official reviews for the first half.
Meanwhile, Surlies have gained a power jam as Scrappy McNasty visits the box.
Surlies really making a comeback. 5 minutes left in the first half.
4 points so far on the board for Dizzy Dame, and there goes another 4, bringing it to 8 so far for this jam. Dizzy Dame easily finding the outside and another 4 points. Dizzy Dame getting slowed down a little bit there by Ionic Storm. And a tripod of vice blockers as Scrappy McNasty emerges from the box, bringing this back to a normal power jam. And forcing the call off. So that was a big jam for Surly, 16 points to 0.
And that lead we were talking about over 60, now down to 30, 100 to 70. Vice Squad stuck on 100. I think they may be on a schneid.
But, we're almost to halftime, and, lots of crazy, magical things happen at halftime.
Absolutely.
There's conversations and pep talks in the locker room, and,
right.
You could have some electrolytes and hydrate and get a breather.
Yeah.
And
maybe have a banana, maybe get a snack.
Bananas are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monty Scarlo jamming for the Surlies. Bellatrix LaRage practicing a little bit of defensive jamming there right off the line. And now it's a power jam in favor of Vice as Monty Scarlo visits the box on a cut penalty. But the pack hasn't really advanced much past the jam line, which really attests to the strong defense that's being played. And Bellatrix LaRage emerging with lead jammer status. Not without a fight. That was a slow pack there for a second, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. That was tight defense. Oh, a nice apex jump. Bellatrix LaRage picking up 4 points. Surly's down to 3 blockers. Khaleesi in the penalty box.
I like their
blockers
rainbow.
for Vice.
Their rainbow face paint is really, really cool.
Yes.
Looks like 2 points picked up there on that pass, and the jam was called. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Oh, it's 3. It was with the wiggly thumb.
It's the Ninja Turtle 3. You got to get the thumb out there.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. We've got one Surly's blocker in the box. Mona Handful, again, jamming for Vice. I feel like Mona's been out there jamming a lot.
Yeah, Mona's been out that a lot. Stashbot didn't jam for the first 15 minutes. Now we've seen Stashbot a few times. Nice work by the blockers opening up the middle of that track for Stashbot. Stashbot gets lead, but Stashbot and Mona both through. Stashbot playing a little bit of defense. A jammer on jammer situation coming into turn 1. Mona going to the inside. Stashbot to the outside. They hit the pack. Stashbot takes a hop and calls things off. 4-1 for the Surlies.
Woo! That was an exciting jam. I liked that.
That was fun.
That was very exciting. Both of those jammers are so fast and also very tall. So. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why it's cackling wildly.
Oh, I was wondering. Oh, we've got Tawdry Horn jamming for Vice. I think that's their first time out jamming, right?
Nice. A little bit of a relief jamming roll. Letting everybody get some rest. Almost halftime. Chaudhry at the front of the pack. Dizzy Dame getting knocked out of bounds by Judo Nomi. Back to the pivot line.
And Tawdry Horn earning lead jammer status for Vice Squad. First time out jamming, first time getting lead.
Rumbunctious off the track in the penalty box for the Surlies. Dizzy Dame completes an initial pass. 4 points for Tawdry Horn. And Tawdry calls it off. 4-0 Vice.
Looks like we can squeeze in another jam here. That brought the score to 112-74 in favor of Vice Squad.
And Vice will start here with a 4-3 pack advantage. Mona Handful will jam once again.
Wasn't she just out there?
She was. I guess she'll get some rest at halftime.
She's fine. She doesn't look tired to me at all. She's got great endurance. She's like a beast.
We're confident in the Mona Handful beast mode. Monty Scarlo's out there once again for the Surlies.
I feel like Monty Scarlo's been out jamming quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
And just earned lead jammer status for the Surlies. Surlies have been on a bit of a scoring run here toward the latter part of the first half, I think.
Yeah, it's gotten to be more. They got out to that 10-0 lead right at the beginning, and then it was nothing but Vice Squad for a while. And now we've got a little bit more back and forth. Surlies have picked up a bunch of points. 12 more here for the Vice Squad recently.
I think the margin of lead is a lot narrower than it was before. We've got Ionic Storm holding off Mighty Scarlo there for a pretty long time.
Exceptional individual effort.
Wow. Just wow. One-on-one blocking is very difficult. Mighty Scarlo is a very strong jammer. So that was cool. We're seeing such good derby. It's great. Mighty Scarlo staying in bounds and picking up another 4 there. And I think that brings us to halftime.
Certainly looks like it. Unofficially, 82 for the Surly Girlies, 112 for the Vice Squad, a 30-point lead going into the half.
Nice even differential.
Yeah.
30 points. We're going to hear some more from Taco Sauce.
Yeah.
I hope you all will buy raffle tickets.
Buy raffle tickets, buy Taco Sauce merch. If you want to
vote for your fan favorite.
Vote for your fan favorites. If you want to go to Facebook, you can like Taco Sauce. You can find Indigenous Roller Derby and contribute so you can go to Montreal.
Team Indigenous, yep, that's important.
And we'll be back in 14 minutes.
All right, give it up for Taco Sauce. Fuck yeah!
If I were you, I'd take this basket and go rub it on the band to get some applesauce.
in and out of the penalty box for the Surlies. Man on 90, another short pass goes to the inside. And Stash shot good in the penalty box. And by way of the fourth penalty, a track that. And Stash box with their extra chance. On power play for Buddy. Right here by Buddy. 141 to 90 now as they re-expand that lead. We have an official timeout though. Everyone has to make sure the penalties and the points are correct. That lets Bobby Horn flip that out. Stash box completely initial pass on it, give it chase. There's points scored, there's a whistle, what do we get? One for Bike, 1-0. Sunny Ono for the Surlies.
Surlies hoping to narrow this lead. That's such a nice spot.
You gotta call it. You gotta call it on everybody.
Polacco picking up a penalty and going to the penalty box. Did you know, Brian, there tomorrow is Polacco's birthday?
I did not.
Just so you know, tomorrow is Polacco's birthday.
Polacco is like super good. It's busy day here with Callie Damage Dennis, Rocky McNasty, hot on her wheels. Next pass, sweet, short there. And I just discussed that. I didn't think we need to
mystery meat, which wasn't bad decision.
Correct, I agree. That's how when people pirouette around, making you have an attack as well.
That was good. That was good.
I call it a just a good awareness and making sure on the board for that one. 4-0 Jim.
That pack out there, that's the great thing about the mystery meat. Don't you make the other side out there. That pod is a force feed record there for
I agree, Joe. I agree. It's really important.
offensive pod, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah, see if you can help us. Just do that. And score. Looking for the best for guidance and calling it just as they approach the back.
Colorful top and another 4-0 jam. Nice run up for 160. And we have a timeout called by the Surlies. And I think a really timely one. As the game's on the verge of getting away from the game.
Correct. It's a great opportunity for teams to stop the momentum, take a breather, breathe center, talk about strategy, maybe shift some variations slightly slowly.
Yeah, no doubt. Larry, you coaches over there, had some days with that with the other team, making sure everybody is on the same page, knowing how they're going to come back this 64-point deficit with 19 minutes left.
19 minutes, a lot can happen in 19 minutes.
And we saw that on Thursday. We saw a 60-point lead by the Vice Squad, and then, sure enough, the Surlies closed that right back in. And now, 19 minutes, 10, 12 minutes in, forward it. Surlies will make the record for the game. Get back to whatever that was.
So we'll see for this remaining, just under 19 minutes of the second period. Whatever happens, I think it's going to happen. I feel like Northern Medical versus Missy James is another matchup we've seen.
Yes, both of them have been definitely used as a jammer rotation. Rice is pretty nice. And also you do it in the mystery meat pod again and have Brian Louisiana there. Now they get in front of the pack, closes it by Gironelli. She does with a spin move. Lead jammer third.
Meanwhile, still in front of the pack, pushing those Surly blockers forward. Pack as well on Miranda Schultz.
Surlies scored in this game. He got 40 points. Ball things off. Leading 4-0.
In the second period, but don't worry, there's more roller derby after this. It's all good.
Oh yeah, we'll have Castrand and the Vandaleros.
Yeah, and the Vandaleros left us.
Have you seen their new jerseys out there, Vandaleros?
Their jerseys are so. They're really while we were looking away from the truck for 2 seconds, Matt, I actually be here for a second.
That's all it takes for me. I mean, you look around and you start talking about jerseys and she's leaving.
I treat you as like.
Monty Stroud receiving an initial pass for the Surlies. Down just over 12 minutes. And we've seen a lot of number 717 for nice blocking tonight, but this is, I think, this should be the first time in the star.
I think on the line, I think that we've seen history be, I don't think that, yeah, I think maybe the first time we've seen history start with the, history start with the star.
Stash shots from the March. But it's history. Jammer Price is going to put this game away. Under 12 minutes left.
Meanwhile, we've got a penalty being called on Session. Penalty. Making some charges. Mystery making a 4-point is calling it for 30. Surly Jammer in the box. Giving guys a power start. Mona Handful taking the line for Vice.
Started off here with two Surly blockers in the penalty box, so 4-2 pack advantage for Vice. Jeff Letty Slammings and Hawaiian Blaze. Blaze and Slammings out there blocking. Trying to get busy game through their chamber with the hand jamming for Vice. And gets through quickly on the outside. Once again, Maggie fronted by that